the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening right now at 6, covering the entire DMV. People across the DMV honoring our veterans today. We're highlighting specific veterans in the armed forces and keeping an eye out for events and closures near you. Plus, honoring victims of racial violence. Officials in Montgomery County using today to remember those who lost their lives from lynching in the county. And Maryland officials celebrating the new proposed FBI headquarters in Greenbelt. Meanwhile, officials in the Commonwealth calling on the federal government to reconsider.
Mother Nature's granted us a beautiful day on Veterans Day to support all the veterans who served our country. But we have a little interesting history 36 years ago. We'll talk about that coming up.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for DC News Now at 6. I'm Michaela Newton in for Ben Dennis. And we're going to start tonight with a look outside right now around the DMV. We also want to get right to DC News Now meteorologist Scott Sumner, who's tracking the latest in terms of weather. Scott, it's so cold out there right now, but what can we expect?
Well, actually, a chilly night tonight, but at least it will be rain-free or snow-free for that matter. Veterans Day, here we go from now straight through till 8 o'clock. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be into the 50s and mostly clear skies, as you can see there quite nicely at each one of those hours. But we're going to be talking about a little snow here, and the DC News Now weather team, we put together our winter forecast. Yeah, that is going to be coming up. The winter outlook for this season. I'll show you a graphic of when the first snowfall is expected to fall around the area. That's all coming up in my main weather.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. Well, in the district today marks the 30th anniversary of the Vietnam Women's Memorial, built on the National Mall in 1982. It's the first in D.C. to exclusively recognize the women who served both in the military and as civilians. The memorial was honored at a special ceremony this morning. And people across the DMV took to the Korean War Veterans Memorial in the National Mall today. The memorial hosted its annual Veterans Day ceremony, and that event also includes a wreath presentation in honor of fallen veterans of the war. Now, veterans who attended the event in person were also honored as well. And now to Maryland. That's where Montgomery County has recognized another part of its dark past. Now, people turned out this afternoon to recognize 2 men lynched well over 100 years ago. The program took place outside the county office building in Rockville. And among those who attended the event, DC News Now's Dave Laval, who joins us from there, has the latest information. Dave, what can you tell us?
Well, good evening to you. These 2 markers sit outside the Montgomery County Council office building. They recognize the 2 men killed by mobs during the late 19th century. One of the markers honors John Diggs Dorsey, kidnapped from the jail that used to stand here on July 27, 1880. Diggs Dorsey claimed his innocence. The mob made him walk a mile in leg irons before they hanged him along Route 28. The other marker recognizes Sidney Rudolph. Another mob kidnapped him from the jail, this time on July 4th, 1896, and hanged him along present-day Hungerford Drive in Rockville. He had been accused of killing someone in Gaithersburg. No one was ever charged in either lynching, and people who attended today's dedication called it a step in the right direction.
I'm pretty much speechless to it. I think that it's about time that we find out how we can make this world a better place. You know, we often have to recognize history, where we've been, be it good or bad, and in this case, really bad, to find out how we can correct things and do better in the future.
The county also placed another marker outside Poolsville Presbyterian Church last month. It honors George Peck, another black man lynched by a mob in Poolsville back in 1880. Organizers of today's event told us the next step is to get a monument built that honors all 3 men who were lynched. We're live in Rockville. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thanks so much. Well, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office is investigating a stabbing in Sterling, Virginia. Deputies say it happened around 10 p.m. in the parking lot of the Dulles Town Center Mall. Now, the victim told police he left the mall, and as he got into his car, two men wearing masks approached his car. He also says the two men opened the car door, pulled him out, and stabbed him multiple times before leaving the scene. Now, that man was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And in the district, police say a man is dead after being shot in Southeast D.C. this morning. Police say it happened around 3 o'clock on Staten Road in Southeast. Now, officials say the man died at the scene, and police identified the victim as 38-year-old James Deal. Now to a national story with local implications. Top Maryland leaders are celebrating the new FBI headquarters set to be built in Greenbelt, while brushing off concerns raised by FBI Director Christopher Wray. Our Leonard N. Fleming has more on how top Virginia officials are now calling on Congress to order a redo.
We are thrilled that the FBI is coming to the state of Maryland.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore was joined by every top state elected official after General Services Administration chose Greenbelt, Maryland as the next home for the FBI.
This is going to bring over 7,500 jobs to the state of Maryland, will generate over $4 billion of economic activity.
But questions were raised by FBI Director Christopher Wray on the selection process by the GSA, saying it was flawed. That has been brushed off by Maryland leaders, including Senator Chris Van Hollen.
The decision that was made is a final decision. It is absolutely wrong of Director Chris Wray to impugn and question the character, the integrity, and the independence of the site selection administrator.
Wray alleges that the GSA official who once worked for WMATA had a conflict of interest in overruling a unanimous decision that Springfield, Virginia was the best site for the Bureau. Maryland Congressman Steny Hoyer says Maryland is moving forward.
An objective reading of all the facts led to the selection of the FBI headquarters at Greenbelt, Maryland, because it's best for the country, best for the FBI, and best for the people.
Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now.
Well, the Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs announced plans to light up the state and county buildings and landmarks in green in honor of Veterans Day. So it's part of Operation Greenlight, a campaign to show support for veterans and military families. So some participating buildings across Maryland include the Government House in Annapolis, the University of Maryland Medical System in Baltimore, and M&T Bank Stadium. And that's the home of the Ravens. But officials are also encouraging people across the state to change one light bulb in their home to a green light bulb. And one U.S. Air Force veteran served her country in a different way through a lens. And on this Veterans Day, it's not just a time she remembers her service, it's an anniversary to overcoming trauma while in service. Our Tosin Fakile sat down with her as she shared her story. Take a listen.
All right, let's get some sunlight in here. Yes. No, I don't feel like a leader, but I do feel like Wonder Woman. No, I'm being serious though.
She may not have the symbol S on her chest, but Therese Garnier's story does show strength. Garnier, an Air Force veteran, says she's fourth generation military in her family.
What made you want to serve? So my dad served in the Marine Corps. And so as I was living on a military base in Japan,
she joined the Air Force in a non-traditional way, providing information to service members and others.
And I found out that the military, the Air Force, has a broadcaster program. I started off as a radio show host.
But her time in the military isn't filled with all fond memories. Garnier said she was raped while in service, a memory she now is detailing out loud in her upcoming book.
So my memoir called No Longer Silent, it's coming out on Veterans Day, this Veterans Day. And the significance of that is this Veterans Day will be the 10-year anniversary of me surviving being raped in the military. I came forward and reported it. We went to court, he got kicked out of the military, but unfortunately he did not have to register as a sex offender.
Garnier says detailing what she went through, especially on Veterans Day, gives her the power, something she wants other assault survivors who are dealing with trauma to do, while turning their pain into purpose.
I'm not gonna let that man control another day of my life. He already took a couple years from me after that incident happened, and I made up in my mind that I refuse to let him have any more control over my life. And so that's why now on Veterans Day, once my book launches, I will have something to look forward to, because now I'm taking my pain and my struggle and turning it around to be able to help other people. You can take your power back.
She wants people to know taking that power back takes several steps, including counseling and creating space for peace.
That's my whole mindset. When in my house, I want to be at peace.
So when you think about where you are right now, what goes through your mind?
I just feel blessed. I feel grateful. I feel joyful. I feel like I'm at a position now where I have survived, I'm thriving, and now I have the opportunity to help others.
And part of that joy is highlighting other issues veterans face.
In May of 2022, I heard about a pageant that helps promote women who are homeless veterans and have children as well. That resonated with me. I know the VA has done a lot to try to help veterans get off the streets, but it still is an issue.
Despite the dark times, Garnier says there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
For me, that's been my whole life. Anytime I can pay it forward and make life better for someone else, that's what I aim to do, which is why I joined the military, which is why I became a reporter, which is why I'm doing what I do now.
For DC News Now, I'm Tosin Fakile.
All right, Tosin, thanks so much. And as the community honors Veterans Day, Metro is gearing up for a weekend filled with commuters. So buses will run on a supplemental Saturday schedule, meaning all buses that would normally run today will run in addition to select routes. And as a reminder, shuttle buses will be replacing blue and silver line services between Stadium Armory and Addison Road. And the red line will run single track between Medical Center and Grosvenor.